Well, for years, people have been wishing for some sort of vaccine to help cure cancer. And for the first time ever, it actually seems that may be possible.
Well, this month, researchers working on an experimental vaccine at the University of Florida say they made a major step forward in their goal to help wake up people's immune systems against cancer. Our 9 News medical expert, Dr. Kohli, looked into this study. Thank you for coming in. This is wild. Talk to us a little bit more about this.
So the concept of a universal cancer vaccine being both preventive and therapeutic. So you take a vaccine off the shelf, give it to someone. Not only can you reduce their risk of having a cancer by waking up their immune system to attack the cancer, but you can help fight the cancer using this vaccine. And it's kind of mind-boggling because we really thought in order for the immune system, a cancer vaccine concept to work, it had to be personalized to a specific type of cancer. But that's not the case. They actually found out in this study that it was more robust a response to essentially mobilize the immune system. So think about it like Army reserves, right? We have troops that are in the reserves waiting. If you mobilize those troops, you can actually get a lot more people in your army. So they're actually mobilizing T cells, which are T cells in hiding that wouldn't have done anything, by giving this messenger RNA vaccine, the same type of technology we used for the COVID vaccine, to get the immune system to start fighting the cancer.
Was there anything surprising about this to you?
Yeah, so we were very surprised because for the longest time, for the last 3 decades, we've been working off the paradigm that in order for the immune system to attack the cancer, it has to know exactly what the cancer markers are. So we used to wait for the cancer to happen, then take out the cancer cells, then try to design a vaccine specific to those cancer cells. But instead, what we realized is that if you just tickle the immune system non-specifically, that first line of responders actually fights it more effectively than that personalized cancer vaccine. So you actually get a more robust immune response. And these are looking at, teaching your immune system the difference between your cells versus cancer cells. So you have to teach the immune system a little bit, but the minute that it recognizes that cancer, it goes to war.
This seems like it's very early in the process of things.
It is early, but what they found in these mouse models is they looked at it in 2 different ways. One is using it in addition to another immune therapy drug called checkpoint inhibitor. So it kind of stimulates that other drug to work better. The other is to use it by itself, potentially as a replacement for surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, and it melted away the tumor in the animal models. And they looked at skin tumors, they looked at bone tumors, and they looked at other types of tumors as well. So I think we're about 5 to 10 years away from having it here in humans, but it's been a groundbreaking study because it really opened up this paradigm of we've been thinking about the immune system helping us with the cancer response in the wrong way.
I'm going to put my ignorance on display. I've been very blessed that I have not had a whole lot of experience with cancer in my family, but I've learned that there are currently cancer vaccine. So how does this differ from those?
Yep, so for example, the HPV vaccine targets the virus that causes cervical cancer, this human papilloma virus. There's some other vaccines that are working on in advanced stage breast cancer, which again, we take out the tumor, so we're reactive. We wait for the cancer to happen, and then we give you the vaccine. Okay. This could actually change the envelope where everyone could be walking around getting a vaccine once a year that non-specifically targets many different types of solid cancers and really mobilizes their immune system to start to attack them, just like with the flu virus or the COVID virus.
It's so interesting because, yes, I knew about the HPV vaccine, obviously, but I didn't necessarily think of that as a cancer vaccine. Right. Okay. Interesting.
So we've talked about a lot of the pros. Are there any cons? I mean, this has only been studied in mice right now, but did they see any negative effects?
They have not seen any negative effects so far, which has been really great. And we have not really seen how humans would react to it. I would say over time, one of the biggest questions I have as a physician is how well does it keep working? Okay. Because, if you keep tickling the immune system in the same way, does the immune system then say, oh yeah, been there, done that, and start to get a little bit lazy? So is this something that we could potentially give to people annually every year and still expect the same? Would we expect it to evolve? Would we do better? And the other question for me is a personalized vaccine, because everyone, even though you're not specifically targeting a cancer, everyone's genetics and predispositions are different. Is this something we would give to the entire population or just to people who are high risk or have a family history or have had certain exposures? So these are all questions I think that are still outstanding. I'm certainly very excited about the fact that they found this new immune paradigm, which I think brings it one step closer to now starting to do trials in human beings and then seeing how this pans out.
Okay, very interesting. Dr. Kohli, we appreciate that. Thank you. And you can find all of Dr. Kohli's appearances at 9news.com/Dr. Kohli.